The stream is wow. The stream is live. I'm gonna give it a couple of chances to give a couple of minutes for everyone to hop in. I went ahead and posted on to my community tab, and also on Discord that I'm going live. I didn't post on a Twitch or Facebook because I didn't want to. But yeah, I'm going to try to do this stream again because I wish I was streaming on my computer. That way, I'd be able to create an event, and I'd be able to create a live stream event, and then I'd share that link to the stream and whatnot. But oh well. Hopefully everyone sees the messages on Discord and on Facebook. Discord and the community tab. I'm not gonna post anything to social media about my streams because too many bots. Way too many bots. So yeah, this is gonna be live the first live stream of Let's Talk for this year. Every other episode of Let's Talk that I've done in the past is done. I'm not gonna continue any of those Let's Talks, so we're just gonna start over from scratch. And yes, folks, I am not bald, as you guys can see. I still have hair on the top of my head. So yeah, if you guys hear any fans, it'll be... I've got 2 fans going because it's really hot in this trailer house. I may end up going outside. These live streams will just go however long I feel. I know this may be a regular occurrence. I'm not sure if I'll be doing a stream every day. I know I will not be streaming Friday because I'm going to town Friday. So I'm not going to be doing anything Friday. I may stream tomorrow. It'll just depend on how I feel. This stream, I may just stream once a week. So yeah, I may be just streaming once a week, and you know what? That's good enough for me. I don't have to be streaming every day. At least once a week, I'll be streaming, and today is the first stream of the week. It's almost the end of August, if you guys can believe that. Hard to believe August is almost over. We are halfway through. We are halfway through 2023. It doesn't seem like that long ago. It doesn't seem like that long ago that this year had already begun. Hey, I see. We got someone we got someone that just arrived. Whoever just arrived, could you chat, please? Because hopefully I can see you guys chatting. Because I'm using the Streamlabs. I'm using the Streamlabs software. I won't be able to see. Hi, Mom. Could you share the live stream, please? I'm not able to on my end. I'm having to stream on my phone, and I can't do a whole lot whenever I'm live. So if you could share this to Facebook, that would be great. What a day. What a day. It is hot, but not as hot as it has been. Thankfully. Oh. Yeah, thanks, Mom. So, I've been doing some rewatching of House of the Dragon because I finally got it on DVD, and it's still really great. It's still really good. I thought about doing a Game of Thrones marathon where I would watch House of the Dragon first, and then watch all 8 seasons of Game of Thrones, but I thought, no way. Because I will not be able to have any type of sleep if I did that. So I'm slowly watching. A couple of weeks ago, I ended up buying everything. So I bought The Last Unicorn on DVD, and it is really good. I did try to watch it on the Tubi TV app, but there were just too many ads, and I didn't want to waste my time with that. So when I bought it on DVD, I told myself I'm going to sit through this. I'm going to watch it from beginning to end, and it was fantastic. I see now why everyone loves that movie. Okay, thank you, Mom. The Last Unicorn is such a great animated movie. I do need to find the. I need to find the book. I need to go over to the book one of the book. I need to go over to the bookstore in town and see if they have the book. And if they do, I may end up buying it. And I do have a whole lot of movies I need to get rid of. I do have a whole lot of movies that I do. But I may hang on to some. But I definitely next week, probably next Tuesday, I'll be streaming again. And I'm not going to be streaming very long. They're not going to be 2-3 hour live streams. Probably 30 minutes or 30 to 45 minute live streams. I did a test stream a couple of days ago, and it was a success. And I'm very thankful I've got the Streamlabs software on my phone to do this live streaming. I can't live stream directly on YouTube on the mobile app until I get 50 subscribers. So those of you that are watching this stream after the fact, please subscribe. We won't be here long because your internet's having hiccups. Okay. If your internet's giving you trouble, don't worry about it, Mom. At least you got here. That's the good thing. At least you got here. And your internet's always having hiccups anyway, because it's is it satellite internet that you guys have out there? Chris have satellite internet. Oh, Cox. It's just typical Cox. They out here. I don't have Cox internet's not available out here, thankfully. But I've been. Yeah, the lines. Yeah, especially in that part of Oklahoma City, the lines are real bad. Oh, I've been rewatching some Daria, the old MTV animated series that was a spin-off of Beavis and Butthead, if I recall. Yeah, because Daria first made her appearance in a couple of episodes of Beavis and Butthead, and then the creator, I think Mike Judge, decided to either Mike Judge or someone decided to let Daria have her own show. And I have the entire season. I have the entire show right here on DVD. The issues. There is an creator, Glenn Eichler, put in here that talks about an official sanctioned box set. Oh yeah, the win, yeah. It's the answer to every Die Hard fan's dreams, which, given the makeup of Die Hard Daria fandom, means it's an opportunity for them to kick off a raging, decades-long debate over the collection's merits and, by extension, each other's validity as human beings. So let's answer the big question right away. 99% of the music has been changed, which was expected, because the cost of licensing the many music bytes we used would have made it impossible to release the collection, and for many years it did. So no, these aren't the shows as aired, but more like one of those astronauts in a Twilight Zone episode who returns from space and his wife can't figure out what's changed about him until it slowly dawns on her that instead of a cool song from 1997 playing when he walks into the room, it's some tune she's never heard. Yeah, it's just like that. To put it bluntly, replacing the music had to be done. Does that mean this box set is compromised? Season 1 Daria would have said yes. Season 5 Daria would have said, shut up and pass the remote. Let the raging begin. What this collection does have is all the episodes in the highest quality, most complete versions that could be found. The two movies by no means all of the people who contributed to making the show so much fun to create and watch, and a bunch of other things of interest to the uber fan. Casual fans and Daria first-timers can ignore the extras. There will be no quiz. Finally, many thanks to the people at MTV Home Entertainment who worked long and hard to dig up and assemble the elements necessary to make this package possible. I'm looking forward to watching these shows again and hope you are too. Glenn Eichler, show creator. I'm very, very happy that they included that as an insert to the DVD versions of this, to let all of us know that it may not be in the show as it aired originally on MTV, but hey, something's better than nothing at all. And I'm very grateful for that. And I'm able to go back and watch some classic episodes of Daria, have a few laughs, maybe even is an emotional episode for me. And, yeah, Daria was such a great show, and I did see about a couple of years ago, maybe even 5 or 6 years ago, the College Humor YouTube channel did a live-action trailer parody of Daria. And it was really, really good. Let's talk about wrestling for a bit. Two legendary professional wrestlers ended up passing away this week. One being Terry Funk at the age of 74. I believe he was 74. And the most shocking death that happened this week in professional wrestling was Wyndham Rotunda, a.k.a. Bray Wyatt, who died at the age of 36. He really exacerbated a pre-existing heart condition that he had, and he just unexpectedly had a heart attack and died in his home in the UK because that's where he was living at the time. I thought at first it was an internet hoax. I thought that this was a sick joke by somebody, but when I saw Triple H's comment on his official Twitter page, X page, whatever you want to call that, I knew announcements like that, and when he does, it's usually real, because he's hardly ever on his X page, hardly at all. And being able to watch SmackDown on Friday and seeing the tributes to Bray was so great. I wasn't able to watch Raw, but I did see the highlights from Raw on WWE's official YouTube channel, and Becky Lynch ended up being in a Falls Count Anywhere match with one of Trish Stratus's friends, because right now Trish Stratus is in a feud with Becky Lynch, and they are supposed to have a steel cage match at the Payback event. And it was a very hard-fought victory from what I was able to see that Becky got. And she dedicated that. And after that match was over, she was wearing a Bray Wyatt armband that had Bray's name on it, and she took it off and held it up in the air, and she started to cry. Because a lot of the wrestlers in WWE were really close to Bray. Really, really close. And losing him at such a young age was really, really unexpected. And he was 2 years older than me. And when having him have a heart attack at that age was just unheard of. And he by COVID, basically. It was just real sad to lose him. I was WWE due to an undisclosed illness, and now we know that it was that, and they had said that this particular illness. Now, this was back when Bray was still alive. A couple of months ago, he decided to step away from WWE for a while. He was taking time away from a called it enough to think that Bray Wyatt could overcome the illness and that he would come back and did Universal Championship, but not gonna happen now. A lot of us were excited to have Bray Wyatt back in WWE again, because back in 2020, as you all know, WWE made the biggest mistake of their life by letting Bray Wyatt go at the height of his career, because this was their excuse. They had let Bray Wyatt go due to budget cuts. That was their excuse. That was the excuse they gave for letting all those people go in 2020 during COVID. During the COVID lockdowns, WWE decided to start firing people due to budget cuts. I knew back then that what they were doing was getting the WWE ready to be sold off to a different company, which has happened. The parent company to the UFC has purchased World Wrestling Entertainment and is idiotically keeping Vince McMahon in charge, which is the biggest for his conduct, for that. But I think, and when Vince McMahon announced his quote-unquote retirement from WWE, I knew that was just a way from him to not get fired, because the board of directors could have fired him, as they could have. The board of directors could have voted to let him go as CEO of WWE, and he decided to step down, but he kept his shares of the company, which I think was bad for business. Having someone leave WWE because of these types of lawsuits, I think it's a conflict of interest to have someone who's facing litigation for sexual. It is a conflict of interest, and I hope that the legal Vince McMahon needs to get some way. It needs to have McMahon hand over his shares of the company and not be involved with it at all. We're going to go for another 20, maybe 28 minutes. It's just a shame that we're not going to be able to see Bray Wyatt get back in the ring again and just do his thing. Because I was that sometimes that life. I was going to do a baseball analogy there, but I decided to stop myself dead in my tracks. But for those of you that are watching this after the fact, I will be doing another live stream next week. I decided to wait until until now to stream because I was watching the 8-Bit Drummer stream, and his stream was pretty wild. He was letting a spinning he was letting a wheel. He was spinning a wheel and letting the wheel dictate how he played the song and which song he played and whatnot. It was a barrel of laughs, and I had fun watching his stream, and I may end up mentioning 8-Bit Drummer. I will be sharing this after the fact, but I'll be adding 8-Bit Drummer. 8-Bit Drummer, if you're watching this stream here after the fact, because right now you're still streaming. But if you're watching this later, that particular stream you did today, which by the way, today's date is August 29th, 2023 at 6:43 p.m. Got to give a timestamp for this. I got to timestamp this stream, so 8-Bit Drummer, if you're watching this after the fact, thank you for today's stream, because that was a stream that I needed to have. I needed to laugh today, and having that wheel, the that was calling it, having that wheel of misfortune, that it was a barrel of laughs, and I can't wait for you to do another stream like that again. At some point, folks, I'm going to get my Windows 11 computer fixed, and I'm going to be able to do streams from there, and I will get a webcam. I am definitely going to get a webcam so I can do some streaming from there. But that's way far into the distant future. What to do right now? Well, we're 26 minutes into the stream. I will be going. This stream will be going for maybe another 20 minutes, maybe, give or take. Announce that I'll be going live. Be sure to this is going to be very difficult on the mobile app. If I was streaming directly from my computer, I wouldn't have this problem because I would be able to stream event that I could start it at any time, and I could share the link to the stream, and then I could use my OBS software that I've got on my computer, which I may end up doing. I may end up using my Windows 7 computer to do some little short episodes. But what I'm going to have to do, if I do anything from my computer here, from my Windows 7 computer, I'm going to have to, if I'm going to do anything from... We've got someone in the chat. Can't see who it is because I'm on the Streamlabs mobile app. Hello, whoever is in the chat. Because thankfully I can still record stuff on my Windows 7 computer, but I'll have to take that video that I recorded on my computer, put it on my phone, and then upload that video from my phone to YouTube from there. So keep an eye out on my gaming channel, because I may end up uploading some short Let's Plays there. Some little short one-offs. So yeah, this stream will be going till this will be a 45-minute stream. So yeah. share the stream on Discord real quick if you can, because I can't from where I'm at, because I'm on my Discord channel in the announcement page. That would be great. Those of you who are not subscribed, please do, because I would like to be able to stream directly from YouTube. I would like to not have to use this app here. I would like to be able to stream directly from the YouTube mobile app, but in order for you to do so, I would have to have 50 subscribers, and at the moment I've got 33 subscribers. That way I can use the YouTube mobile app to stream directly from, because that way I'll be able to share this a whole lot easier. Those of you that are in the chat, say hi so I know who's here, because I cannot tell. Oh, how's everyone else been doing? Me, I'm trying not to sweat my butt off. At least today it's a whole lot cooler than it has been. These streams are not going to be very long. Anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how I feel. And today, I feel like streaming for an hour. So, like I said, those of you that are watching this after the fact, like, subscribe, like the video, subscribe, and share these streams like crazy. Share them to all the various different social media platforms, and in here, subscribe, because I need... My goal is to get to 50 subscribers so I can stream directly from YouTube. That way I won't have to use the Streamlabs OBS mobile app to stream with. Because if I'm able to stream directly from YouTube, I'll have more control over the live stream. I'll actually be able to share the live stream directly. So, what else to talk about that I haven't yet? Oh, the Last Unicorn movie is such a great movie. I highly recommend all of you watching the movie. It's on Tubi. It's on the Tubi TV app. I'm not sure if it's on Peacock, but if it's still on Tubi TV, I suggest all of you go to Tubi after the stream's over and go watch that movie. It is a classic. It is a classic film that deserved to have a better distributor when it first was put into theaters, because there is a short documentary on the DVD that goes into detail of exactly how the movie was made and how it got distributed, how all the problems they were facing really harmed it. Because the distributor they got to distribute the film into theaters ended up closing while the movie was still in theaters. If you could believe that. Yeah. Yeah, the theater distributor ended up closing down while they were still in theaters all those years ago. And the one studio, everything went wrong for them. They wanted to get Paramount to distribute this. They had shopped this movie around to all of the various different studios, and they did not want Rankin Bass to work on this movie. They wanted to have Disney. They wanted to have Disney, Paramount, Warner Brothers animators work on this, but they did not want Rankin Bass on it at all. But unfortunately, that was the only one that actually wanted to work on the film, because all the other animation studios that were around back then wanted nothing to do with it. But Rankin Bass was their last option. They were forced to go with it. and they wanted to, and when it came to the theater distributor, they were wanting Paramount to distribute it. They wanted, they couldn't, they shopped it around all these different movie studios, and none of them would distribute it for them. And the option, and like I said earlier, the theater distributor that made an offer to distribute it ended up ended up going bankrupt while the movie was still in theaters. It should have made a couple $1 million in the box office. It should have made $10 to $15 million in the box office. In fact, I think it may have. I'm not sure of the exact box office numbers, but it should have made more than it did when it originally was in theaters all those years ago. But sadly, it didn't. But it has gotten a cult following, which ended up happening to Jim Henson's The Labyrinth. Whenever Jim Henson released no chance in hell for Labyrinth to make any money at all. And it got a whole lot of people to watch it. It's nowadays. And there were talks for a while for a Labyrinth sequel to happen. And that was that was a couple of years ago. They were talking about a potential Labyrinth sequel before David Bowie passed away. But unfortunately, he ended up passing away, and they haven't. I've not heard a word of any potential Labyrinth sequel since, and that was well more than 4 years. It was a long time ago. Man, I talked about this earlier in the stream, but losing Bray Wyatt was a shock. I had not been scared about my health in a long time, but when Bray Wyatt passed away, I got scared. I'd never been that scared of my own well-being in a long, long time. Ooh, boy. I have to wonder at the Payback pay-per-view, and I still call them pay-per-views, even though they're live streaming on Peacock. But I gotta wonder if anyone at Payback, at the WWE Payback Premium Live event, is going to use the Sister Abigail finisher as tribute to Bray Wyatt. I gotta wonder if that's going to happen. Hey, the viewer count's getting up there. We got 4 people, 5 people. Say hi, folks. Say hi so I can know who you are, because the Streamlabs mobile app does not allow me to see who's in the does not allow me to see that. So if you guys can chat, I'll be able to see who you are. And 3 viewers just went goodbye. And just 1 viewer now. So yeah, all these streams are, folks, is just me talking. It's not going to be. It's just these Let's Talk streams are just going to be me talking to you guys, and if you guys have anything you want to ask me or anything you guys want to say, I'll respond to it. But as far as live streaming video games, that may not be possible for me to do at this point. If I'm going to be live streaming, if I'm going to be doing any live streams of me playing video games, it'll be quite a while before that happens. But for now, it's just going to be me talking to all of you guys. But we got our viewer. We're gonna go for another 20 minutes, and we'll call the stream from there. So yeah, another 20 minutes, and we'll call this stream over for the night. But we still have 20 more minutes to go, so let's just keep on talking, folks. I gotta ask all of you guys if you could watch any movie all of you watched when you were a kid, and you wish you could watch that stream for the first time, which one would it be? And now I don't have anybody. The stream's not over yet, folks. I've got 20 more minutes to go. 20 more minutes, and then the stream's going to be over with. Oh well. I got no viewers right now, so if no one shows up in the next 5 minutes... Oh, here we go. Yeah, we're going to go for another 20 minutes. I was going to call it at 45 minutes, but we're going to go for an extra 20. So, hop on down in the live chat, and we'll do a Q&A here for the next 20 minutes. If you guys have any questions, or if you guys would ask me any questions, let's just do a ask me anything, right? And ask me anything for the next 20 minutes of the stream, and we'll just do that. Watch for the first time again. Which would it be? For me, if I could watch any movie for the first time all over again, it would be Back to the Future. I was a kid. I wasn't alive when it premiered in the theaters back in the early 80s, back in 1985. But I did watch it on television way back in the early 90s. And that was a great movie. That was just a great time for me. That was a great movie, and I wish I could see that all over again. Well, we got another 27 minutes to go. We got another 17. Another 17 minutes to go, and then we'll call the stream. But until then, we got... Those of you that are showing up, we've got another 16 minutes before the stream is over, and we're doing right now, at least I'm trying to do, and ask me anything for the next 16 minutes. So if you guys want to hop down in the live chat, just send me your questions, and I'll answer them to the best of my abilities. Well, how about we talk about Queen? One of my favorite songs by Queen that I've listened to in the last couple of years is the song called Spread Your Wings. That is a very, very good song by them. I'm not going to sing it because copyright, because I don't want to get this stream flagged for copyright, because this stream is just me talking. It's not a singing live stream. It's not a. I'm not going to be playing any video games in these Let's Talk live streams. It's just going to be me talking, and I may end up going on. I may end up going on tangents every now and again. But those of you that were here for this stream, I'm very glad you guys came out, especially my mom. My mom was here for the stream. And I'm very happy that she was here for that. And for those of you that have been going in and out of the stream, I do want to thank you all for showing up. This is going to be a once-a-week thing, folks. Next week, right here, next Tuesday, I will be streaming again. Then we'll end the stream. But until then, we got more to talk about. And as I speak, America is still on strike. SAG-AFTRA is still on strike, but we're in negotiations to potentially end their strike, because they've been on strike a whole lot longer than SAG-AFTRA has. And it didn't take very long for the Directors Guild to come up with a deal that would avoid a strike. It's just the AMPTP and the WGA and SAG-AFTRA are just not getting along. And what I found really infuriating is that for the 100 days of the side to each other, the writers nor the WGA, the WGA and AMPTP did not speak to each other for 100 days. And I do know that the reason why the Directors Guild was able to come up with a deal so quickly was because they've been in negotiations. The Directors Guild of America has been in negotiations with the AMPTP for 1 year. 1 year ago, the Directors Guild and the AMPTP began negotiations for their contract renewal. And it took them this long to hammer out a deal that would be beneficial for both sides. And from what I'm hearing, the WGA and SAG-AFTRA waited until now to start negotiations, which I think was really lazy on their part. What the AMPTP, SAG-AFTRA, and the WGA need to realize is Major League Baseball found this out the hard way back in 1994, when the Players Association went on strike back then. And what really got Major League Baseball in a tub of hot water was the fact that they had hired replacement players to start the new season without the striking players. And one of the Judge Sonia Sotomayor, who is now a sitting justice in the U.S. Supreme Court, was part of the mediation team back then. She was part of the mediation team that was mediating the negotiations between Major League Baseball owners and the players. And she found the Major League Baseball owners found the Major League Baseball owners guilty of negotiating in bad faith. And it's because of Judge Sonia Sotomayor, and she ordered that the strikes end. She ordered that the players' strike end, and that the contracts go back to what it was before the strike. So nothing got done. That strike that happened between the Players Association and Major League Baseball didn't achieve a thing. They pretty much just renewed the contracts they had prior to the strike. And for at least 1 or 2 months, not a single fan showed up. And some of the diehard fans that did show up were booing the players. And there were fans back then that were that got onto the field and went to some of the players that were doing the TV interviews during that strike, and were throwing $20 bills at them. They forgot who paid the bills. The players and the owners of Major League Baseball forgot who was paying their salaries. Us, the fans. We, the fans, were the ones that were spending our hard-earned money to go watch one of their games and purchasing their merchandise. And they forgot that we, the fans, were the ones that were keeping their lights on. And it seems that Hollywood has forgotten that too. Hollywood as a whole has forgotten that it's us, the fans, that pay their salaries. If we don't go see their movies, they do not get paid. It's as simple as that, folks. As long as we continue to go see their movies, they will continue to get paid. But if we do not go watch any of their movies, they will not get paid at all. And I think that Fran Drescher needs to bite the bullet and go back to the negotiating table and put her ego aside and put on her business cap. But as long as she's going onto these TV networks and standing on top of her soapbox preaching like she is, the AMPTP is not going to be willing to negotiate with that type of behavior. There is just no way that the AMPTP is going to negotiate with Fran Drescher acting the way she is. If I was Fran Drescher, I would get off my soapbox and I would humble myself and start the negotiations. You cannot afford to have your actors out there as long as they are. And in this heat, definitely not. Fran Drescher is being an irresponsible president of SAG-AFTRA. She needs to be the one to extend the olive branch and start the negotiations. She needs to put her ego aside and be a professional and go to the heads of the AMPTP and say, you know what, our negotiations got off on the wrong foot. I was standing on top of my soapbox the entire time. She needs to just go in there and apologize for her behavior. Because from what I've been hearing, it really seemed like Fran was not going into the negotiations willing to listen at all. All Fran wanted to do was stand on top of her soapbox and preach and preach and preach. But Fran, you need to get off your soapbox and you need to deflate your ego and bite the bullet and extend that olive branch and say, you know what? Here's our next offer. Here's our offer. Here's our. They gave the AMPTP gave SAG-AFTRA their offer, and why negotiations, and Fran Drescher was not wanting to negotiate. Fran Drescher was basically saying it's either her way or the highway, and if she didn't get her way, she would walk out, and she did, because Fran Drescher was not going to get her way. She decided to throw a fit and walk out, which was very unprofessional on her part. She let her ego and her emotions get the best of her. And what she needs to do the next time they the next time they go into negotiations with the AMPTP, they need to keep their egos out of the negotiating room and be professionals. Get a deal done. Unfortunately, SAG-AFTRA and WGA AI is here, and it's here to stay. There's no way you're going to keep AI out of it. And there was a court, there was a judge. A judge did rule that anything created by AI is not copyrightable. But and I believe it's Netflix. There is some major, but the AMPTP is trying to get that decision appealed. But as of right now, anything made by AI, whether it's a script or it's a picture, anything that was AI generated cannot be copyrightable at all. At all. And that right there may be a good negotiating tactic for SAG-AFTRA and the WGA, because SAG-AFTRA and WGA can say to the APTP, hey, a judge just ruled that these AI software, that anything that you make that's AI generated, you cannot copyright it. There has to be a human element to it. There has to be a human element to it has to be 100% made by a human being. Even if you have an AI generate a script, a picture, it won't be copyrightable. Even if you have even if it's AI generated and you have a person tweak it just a bit, it still won't be copyrightable. Well, we got a minute and a half of the stream. The stream is almost over. In fact, I am going to be ending the stream here, folks. I want to thank all of you guys for tuning in today. I will see you guys here next week, right here on my YouTube channel. So thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share